The word drought is a relative term and is defined differently by different regions and sources. Webster's dictionary defines drought as a long period of no rain, though this is an inadequate definition for the water supply industry. Wikipedia describes drought in stages and effects. As the drought persists, the conditions surrounding it gradually worsen, and its impact on the local population gradually increases.
Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out here paddling around in the so-called drought. I don't know why it's a drought. I mean, there's water everywhere. I mean, don't you know that like when water falls from the sky and goes in the dirt, that's precipitation. And precipitation is not a part of drought. Drought is when there's no rainfall. But as you can see, the rain has been falling for the past couple of days, about a week or so. So, I like to think of the drought as like, it's like flipping a coin. So, sometimes, you're flipping a coin, you land on tails, which is like, no rainfall. And, you flip it again, and you're on tails again. And then you flip it again. And sometimes you have a dry spell where you just keep hitting tails. But, this time we hit heads for about a week now. And, it's like a gamble, but it's good. We're getting some water down here, so, I like to think of this drought as, I really don't agree with it because, if there's water coming down from the sky, then, obviously scientists are wrong and their studies are wrong, and,
80% of the available water in California is used for agriculture. Agriculture makes $100 billion in economic activity every year for California, so that's not the main source of our problems. Some common misconceptions are that treated sewage water is undrinkable. However, toilet-to-tap water can be cleaner than bottled water, some experts say, and many Californians are already drinking it. Orange County has an indirect potable reuse system to purify human wastewater. More than 200 wastewater treatment plants dump effluent into the Colorado River, a primary source of drinking water for Southern California. But if the rain is again sparse and the drought continues, that's a different matter. The tree ring analysis shows that centuries ago, before the European colonization of California, the states experienced much longer, parched periods of 30 to 50 years. Back then, of course, California didn't have sprawling cities, industry, and vast farm fields that needed water. Now it does. So just think for a minute. While we're out here wasting all this water during the drought that is so obvious that we have, imagine what your kids are going to think of you when 30 years later California has no more water and they have none left either, and you used it all and deprived them of that opportunity.
Oh, didn't see you there. You know what really grinds my gears? Is this California drought. Because here we have animals that are struggling to survive. They're struggling to live because other animals are, attacking them, and plus we've got deforestation issue where their habitats are being taken away for the production of, lumber. And it's really hard because we already have species that are extinct, or not extinct, but endangered and threatened. And with the scarce amount of water that they have, it's really concerning to the fact that their species is going to live on. The giant kangaroo rat lives only in California's Central Valley, and more than 95% of its original habitat has been destroyed.